Do you watch the show 60 Days In? Hey, Jason here, and we're going to continue going through success. And you may be like, Jason, why are you talking about the reality show 60 Days In? But it's because I've been watching it and I was looking at it from the model of this material. Meaning, I was looking at it, why are prisons not successful? Why don't they rehabilitate people? Why don't people come out in a better, calmer area? Why don't people want to come out and be better? And we're going to really break this down because I think this is something that's really deep, and it shows us that this is the stuff that we should be paying attention to in every part of our life. And so let's get into it. It's been doing the Bob Proctor, coaching program. I'm on the Success Puzzle, and what it is a 12-month long program. I actually got into it last year this time, I think, or November-ish. It was something me and Cece Chantel we did together. We had always wanted to get into the Bob Proctor mentoring program, but also we wanted to really learn more about how to use the universal laws of attraction and start getting what we want. Because we were using it successfully unconsciously. That's how we were able to start traveling the world, moving abroad, not working a 9 to 5 anymore. But however, we were not where we wanted to be completely. And even today, like I tell you, like I'm not exactly where I want to be in my life. And so this is one of the things that I'm really working on. And not only is it talking about success, but it's talking about how to get success, which is our attitude. And if you don't remember the definition of attitude, it is the composite of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, which in turn produces our results. And another word for results is goals. So essentially what this is saying is the only way to truly reach your goal without depending on luck or somebody outside of you hoping someone's going to throw you a bone, you have to change your attitude. I have to change my attitude. But let's talk about 60 Days In. If you know me personally, you know I don't watch much TV. However, I'm alone now. Not many people to talk to about with this material. So I was like, hey, let's start using TV and let's see if TV can help me progress my training a little better. Because one of the things that we all have the capability of, we can see the faults in others and how they should improve a lot easier than we can see and improve our own faults or listen to someone else telling us what's wrong with us. And so remember the definition of attitude. And now let's talk about 60 Days In. So I was watching 60 Days In. If you saw the episode that came out yesterday, I believe, or at least yesterday my time, which was a Sunday, I think. Yeah, Sunday. One of the guys, he ended up quitting. He tapped out. And it was interesting why he tapped out, because he said specifically, I saw myself becoming the old me. Like he was really aware of his thoughts and feelings, and he knew where his actions was going to go to next. So his attitude was changing because he was in the jail. Now, why is his attitude changing? Because he's in the jail. You know, sometimes it's our circumstances, sometimes it's our environment, and sometimes our situations that's going on that changes our attitude. In this case of an environment of in jail, and let's really think about this. If you watch the show, let's just be honest, there's nothing in that show that is good. The way they treat the people, the way the people are fed, the way they're being housed, the way the guards treat them, it's a hot ass mess. Let's just be honest about it. However, but when he quit and he talked to the warden, it was very crucial to me because he told him, he was like, look, man, this place isn't providing me milk. You know, I need my calcium. Even though he don't need calcium from that, but I respect that level of ignorance with health. He was at least coming from a point of view, the person that was doing going in undercover, coming in from the point of view of there are basic nutritional things that are needed. Now really think about this. When you're hungry, are you happy? When you're hungry, are you getting your best work done? Most likely not. So if you're consistently keeping people locked up like an animal in cages, keeping them in uncomfortable positions like people who breed pit bulls for fighting and stuff or do cockfights, which is inhumane, I have whatever word you want to use. And then you treat them like they're nothing. You don't even speak to them as if they're human beings. And then they're mad because the result they keep getting is people coming back to prison. And when he tried to explain this to them, he used the statistics, used actual peer-reviewed information, let's be honest here, of showing how other countries like, I think he said Switzerland, one of those Swedish countries, how they treat people like humans. They have apartment homes. They try to get them to integrate back into society, how to become a less aggressive person. It's changing their attitude. In most cases, you're seeing these people, they're going into situations that's worse than on the outside. So think about it. If you're going to a place that is worse than where your home is, how in the hell is it going to improve you if your home turns you into a criminal? Like, so the jail is going to turn you into a master criminal or a career criminal, or what was that old Clinton thing, super predator. It's like, these things are not natural in nature. Humans do not just go around wanting to beat people up all day. This is conditioned because their attitudes have been conditioned to just have no fucking control. I'm telling this from personal experience. I did not have control of my attitude. I still work to get control of my attitude. No one teaches us this. And because I didn't have control of my attitude, guess what? I'm not technically where I want to be on the level of success in my life where I want to be at 40 years old. However, guess what I'm doing? I'm changing my fucking attitude and I'm reaching to that level that I want to be of success. But what are you doing? And this is the catch. So and this is why I'm saying, what are you doing? Because after he talked to the warden got defensive. The warden told him, well, you coming here as a prisoner, you choose not to be free. Now let's break this down. Someone is talking about human needs, humanity, human needs, basic human rights to stop people from having to go back to prison, stop people wanting to do crimes. And the first thing the warden is talking about is freedom. Let's be very clear. No one is talking about freedom here when you're talking about human rights. Human rights and freedoms, we're not even in the same ballpark. And we have to move away from this. I'm just going to say it straight up. It's white supremacist thinking. This is old mentality thinking that people deserve to be locked up. People don't deserve to be locked up. People need to get help. All of us are fucked up. Let's just be honest with it. All of us fucked up from the top to the bottom. The lowest person you see on the street that you thinking bad about to the highest person you looking up for. We're all fucked up and we all have our own fucked up problems that we need to work out. The difference between the people who are successful and still fucked up, they work on their attitude towards certain things. Like I say, I focus on 3 areas: health, happiness, and wealth. I don't focus on a lot of other areas. So you see, like, I don't care about things like basketball. I don't care about sports. I don't care about drinking. I don't care about going out and partying. None of those things make sense to me because I don't have the attitude to care about it. I'm only focused on health, happiness, and wealth. That's it. Are the only 3 things in my life that I care about. People who don't align with those 3 moral values for me, I don't hang out with them. And so, because oh man, this is just crazy even talking about it, just rethinking it. So really think about this. And look at some of the things in your life, like look at a goal that you tried to reach that you didn't reach. Let's say, like, for most people, if you tried going to college, if you're in America, and you dropped out, was your attitude of someone who was able to graduate? And be honest about yourself. I'm gonna tell you straight up, for me, when I dropped out of, what's the name of that university? University of Texas in Arlington, UTA. I dropped out of UTA in the bachelor program. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the attitude to do it. And when I came to that realization, I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I stopped it. Now, how many of us are still trying to force things when our attitude is not going to give it to us? I could have kept going to college and just been in debt and just making zeros, failing, getting F's, whatever they call the grades. However, my attitude was never going to get me there. And that's just the truth. I would have never gotten a bachelor's degree because my attitude was not of a college student. I don't believe college is necessary to be successful. Anybody who knows me knows I have an attitude where I don't believe in the schooling system anyway, because I don't believe poor, unsuccessful people can teach the future how to be successful. And I know a lot of teachers will get mad at this. Look at your results. Like, I'm not being mean. Literally look at your results. To this day, no matter what country I've been in, I have yet to find a teacher that is still teaching, that is a multimillionaire, that is happy, living their life, and they're not worried about anything financially. And now let's go and look at the people who we are now. We were taught by the same type of teachers. Are we financially happy? Do we have the health that we want? I can tell you straight up, I had a health teacher teach me health, and it was the dumbest shit ever now that I know what health really means. And the fact, looking back and remembering how he looked, he wasn't healthy. You have to focus on your attitude. And I know this video's been kind of all over the place because this is really, really deep, and I'm going to keep talking about attitude because, as Bob Proctor said in the beginning of the course, this is the first puzzle to reaching success. Meaning, this is the first puzzle to reaching our goals, no matter what we want, and it's dealing with our attitude. And I can tell you firsthand, with me been working on my attitude, improving my attitude, making minor adjustments with my attitude, I see a lot of other things that are just starting to line up to where it's making me, the odds of me not being successful are a lot less than what it is now. So like if it was a scale where, 10 years ago, unsuccess was all the way up here, now it's all the way down here and my level of success is up here. So like I'm at the point now to where I know any moment I will reach the certain levels of success that I desire personally. And it's because of the attitude I'm doing. And that's composed of my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions. My thoughts, I try to make sure I have positive thoughts at all time. One of the things I do, like if you see back there, I have a fireplace on the YouTube going. And still any of these things if you want. So the fireplace on the YouTube, I have that going. And I keep that in the background because it just keeps my mind. You hear the little flickers, it'll take you off of negative thoughts. It's just like focusing on a camera flame. If you just hear the noise tickling, the crackling in the back, it'll keep your thoughts. And you can start catching yourself when you're in the middle of a negative thought, especially talking bad about yourself. Second thing is my feelings. If I do not want to do something, if something makes me feel bad or unhappy, I don't do it. I used to be terrified to tell people no. I would tell a person no any day of the week now. So like, start working on that. Like, don't be afraid to tell people no. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Like, I started realizing the times that I was going around people when I didn't want to be there, I was just miserable, making their life worse. So I'm like, hey, you be happy, I'm gonna be happy where I'm doing. I'd rather sit at home and smoke some weed. I ain't trying to be out with people like that. It is what it is. And then my actions. One of the ways I'm controlling my actions is I started realizing, I was like, okay, clearly I don't have the attitude of a person that goes to the gym. I'm not a gym rat, as they call them. And that's just someone who loves to go to the gym. I don't like being in the gym like that. I don't like being around people when I work out. So I started back doing a routine of a home workout. I do my abs, I do squats every day, I have a push-up regimen I do, I have jump rope I do. Like all of these things is what I'm doing, and it's reaching me to my goal. So like one of my goals is I'm getting my email marketing MSI to $1,000 or more a day. I'm getting down to 95 kilograms. I'm gonna have 6-pack abs. Like all of these things I'm doing because I'm putting in the work to change my attitude towards it. My attitude is changing towards someone who is making more money. My attitude is changing towards someone who is a lot healthier, a lot athletic, a lot more in shape. And that's all it takes. And so like really think about it with yourself. Like what are some areas that you want to focus on? I say focus on one of the top three: happiness, health or wealth. And really decide, what do you want? Even to this day when I ask people, hey, what do you want? They don't know. Make the decision about what you want and then start fixing your attitude on that area. Fastest way you can fix it, start getting information on it. Start learning about it, increasing your understanding. And so I hope you got some value from this. If you haven't watched the Earl Nightingale, the Strangest Secret, please watch it. It is very important. And really, don't just watch it and listen to it. Like, hear what he's saying. Apply it to your life. Because if you start listening and applying these things to your life and fixing very little tweaks, you'll start seeing those little tweaks were the things that was holding you back from a lot of other things. I remember I used to just pray to be at 250 again. 250 is something I can get. I've been under that. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And it came from minor tweaks with my diet. Like, think about that. If you change a little bit of things around your diet or your eating lifestyle, will you start getting into that sexy size 6? Will you have the 6-pack abs you want? If you already know that not doing it is not getting you there, you have to start doing something different. And so this is why I keep saying, like, listen to The Strangest Secret. There's so much information packed in there, and you need to slowly unpack it so you can get better understanding and start getting where you want in your life.